There are two witnesses that Rizal did not retracted. Baron Fernandez, Spanish urban who worked for half or century in two of historical secret archive in Madrid and Segovia. Manuel Morato and his spouse, friend of Fernandez who bought intellectual property right to the manuscript of Fernandez.
Confirm that the retraction paper for forge, quoting no Rizal never retracted, although the fake retraction was published by friars, then is still sadly peddled in most school, but that is not true. In short, these two claims to have the document to prove Rizal did not retract. Apart from the two witnesses, here are some of our proof to prove that Rizal did not retract.
Father Pio P., a Spanish Jesuit, said that Rizal's retraction was copied exactly and published its way as early as 1907. Later, Father Garcia, who claimed to discover Rizal's retraction, said that he had written it down word for word. But there were different versions of the text in both copies, which shows that it was made up. The dates changed from version to version, from December 29, 1890 to December 29, 1890 to December 29, 1896. With all these different dates, Father Pio couldn't prove what he said.
On the previous slide, it was stated that Father P was able to copy the original retraction word for word, which might suggest that he has seen the document of retraction. However, the copy they saw was only done by someone who could imitate Rizal's handwriting, and the original are almost eaten by termites was kept by some friars, of whom no one can say that they really saw it. National Commission of the Philippines.
When the family of Rizal asked for the original of the said document or copy of the alleged retraction letter, the petition was denied. To summarize our first claim and further proof it with a study.
Archbishop Luzanida gave Ricardo Pascual permission to look at the document. Pascual later wrote in his book, Rizal Beyond the Grave, that the document presented was a fake. There are three copies of the retraction document.
The first one says the year is 1890, the second one says 1890C, and the last one says that the year is 1896. Someone was found to be making fake documents. Antonio Quillabad says that on August 13, 1901, at a party at his family's home in Nueva Ecija, a man named Roman Roque said that the friars had hired him earlier that year to make copies of retraction document. Alojado et al., this is enough evidence to show that the retraction was forged. Did not die as a Roman Catholic.
The retraction was a document stating that Rizal was Catholic and renounced all these writings against the church. Then why?
Number 1. No masses were held for his soul of funeral by Catholics. Next, even though he was buried in a cemetery in Paco, no one knows where his grave is because it is in the ground with no marks.
Interment of Rizal's body was not in the Book of Burials. Next, Rizal's name did not appear in the registry of Roman Catholic. No documents of marriage between Rizal and Bregan.
Retraction was one of Rizal and Bracken's marriage requirements. but then no legal records exist showing that they had tied the knot, so this may mean that no retraction happened.
Josephine is not explicitly mentioned as Rizal's wife in several of his works or letters. Before he was executed, Rizal sent one final letter titled Mi Ultimo Adios, in which he failed to even refer to Josephine as his wife. The following is how he bade her farewell in the letter: Adios dulce, extranjera mi amiga, mi Algeria instead of Adios dulce extranjera, mi esposa, mi Algeria, or in English, goodbye, sweet foreigner, my friend, my happiness, instead of goodbye, sweet foreigner, my wife, my happiness. Because the author's handwriting didn't seem like hers, and because the paper contained grammatical errors that revealed the author's native language to be Spanish, not Josephine's original language, the legal marriage took place between 6 and 6:15 a.m. on December 30, 1896, according to Father Vicente Balaguer. However, the Rizal family denies that any of the Rizal sisters were present, which is contrary to the statement of the priest at 7:03 a.m. On the morning of the assassination of Dr. Jose Rizal, no one in the Fort Santiago area saw Miss Josephine.
Of his day he had already been expecting would happen because of his opposition to the Jesuit. Thus it quite improbable that his action would indicate a threat from death. Even the priest acknowledged that Rizal's behavior in his later year was consistent with who he was a person, and this is something that is obvious to everyone who has studied his biography or had any personal experience with him.
At the start of Rizal's time in exile in Dapitan, a letter from Father Superior Pastels told Father Obach that Rizal could live at the parish convent if he met a few requirements. One of the conditions in that Rizal must admit in public that he was wrong about religion and make clear pro-Spanish and anti-revolution statements in the book Jose P. Rizal, His Life, Works, and Role in the Philippine Revolution by Libert Asilbo and Estela Galicano Adanza. Chapter 14 is called His Life in Dapitan.
Says that Rizal preferred to live in the house of the commandant, Captain Carnicero, with whom he became close friends and had a good time. Instead of living in the convent, Rizal liked Carnicero so much that he wrote a poem about on his birthday, August 26, 1892. The poem was called A Don Ricardo Carnicero. This showed that Rizal didn't want to do what was asked of him, so he did not change his mind.
Our freedom from Spain was a long time in coming, but Rizal's words helped start the ball rolling during the Spanish colonial era. The way Rizal is taught in schools today means retraction never happened. Do you believe we would still be learning about how these friars caused so much suffering for the Filipino people centuries ago if Rizal had retracted? We must say that Rizal did not retracted.